Hello, my wonderful friends, Megas with you. And today's message is sometimes it's hard. Only 2% statistically succeed in life. That means 98% fail. You need to make sure that you are on the right vehicle, the vehicle that is going to win. And my friends, I'm here to tell you the message of the Magi, of the all-good spirit that doesn't hate, war, kill, steal, and destroy his creatures, is the one who is going to win. Asha, heaven on earth, will reign on this planet. Today was a hard day for me. Every morning, I go out and feed my deer. Matter of fact, just 4 days ago, I did a video of me feeding the deer. Those same 2 deer you saw in that video were shot at this morning. As I went out to feed them, they come down every day. For years now, they come down. I've been able to pet them. They actually get excited, and I get to know their personalities. And we go to the tree, and I feed them and spend time with them. As I was headed out today, a hunter, 2 hunters, in an unmarked truck, they took off their license plates, came onto my property under my no trespassing, no hunting signs, and took a shot at my deer. I'm not sure if they hit the buck or not. He took off running. My girl that had been with me for years took off running right down the middle of the road. And I went off chasing those 2 fellas. And as I was running at them, I remembered I had to stay in love. I cannot get into the angry mind. Zoroastrian teaches Angra Mainyu. That's the angry mind. That's the evil spirit. When you are in the angry mind, the good mind, the God mind is not in you. There are 2 sides. There's light and there's darkness. There's love and there's hate. And I was not going to let myself turn into the evil spirit, but I was going to stay in power. I was going to be like light, and when light comes, the darkness disappears. When health comes, sickness and disease disappears, and I was going to run that disease off of my property in power. And there's something about a large, hairy, scary looking guy that is very loud, seems to run people off, and it didn't matter that they had guns. They took off, and then it dawned on me. I was on foot, I was fast, but they were faster in the car. But I have a motorcycle that does almost 200 miles an hour, and so I made sure they kept going. I didn't want them just off the property. I wanted them out of the county. And my friends, as I got back to the house, I was so discouraged. I don't even know if they shot my one friend. Okay, he hasn't come back. All the deer are gone. They came on my property under my signs in my Asha and did this thing. And my friends, I started thinking, God, what can I do? Sometimes I feel so alone, so helpless. My God, I just put out a video a few days ago. It got 26 views. What voice do I have? What power do I have to dismantle the nuclear bombs around the world? I can't even bend a spoon. And my God, I have tried. I've told you guys when I'm trying to develop these abilities, some I can do, some I can't. And I had to put them aside because I felt so helpless and so weak. I can't bend a spoon. How can I change the world? How can I protect the animals and the people? And I just cried out to God, what can I do? And there's only one thing we can do, and that's to change the hearts and the minds of the people. And so how are we going to do this? We're going to have a good old-fashioned Bible study. I'm going to read to you and try to get you to understand and open your hearts and minds and have a change of heart and change this world. I want you to see the heart behind the priests who are running the religions of today. For thousands of years, we have been deceived, lied to. We've been taken advantage of. And I'm going to show you why. In Joshua chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 21 here. And it says, and they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. But get this. Here's what the priest declared. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are to be consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come unto the treasury of the Lord, of the priest. And then the priest blew their horn, and they went to war to slaughter the men, the women, and the children, and to bring back the gold and silver. to the priest. My friends, that is what's been going on for thousands of years, and it has not stopped. Then you go into the next chapter, chapter 7, and get this, they must keep fear in you. They don't want you getting your hands into their stuff. So if you look at 7, and we're going to look at verse 19, and it says, Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession unto him. So they're trying to find out if anyone had kept some of the silver and gold for themselves amongst their ranks. They want it all. Okay, but of course it's going to the Lord, because as you know, surely God must need gold and silver. Don't worry about the lives of men, women, and children and animals, but bring your gold and silver to the priest. And here Joshua says, my son. Who doesn't want to hear that? My son. And he brings him in and says, I pray thee, give glory to the Lord and tell me the truth. And Achan answered and said, I indeed have sinned against the Lord of Israel. And he had done these things. He had kept a garment and silver and gold for himself and his family. And now watch how Joshua and the priest change. And he goes on to say that Joshua and Israel took with him Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and they stoned them, and they burned them. They took his innocent family, children, and they stoned and burned them in front of all Israel. So you see, do not touch our gold, our silver, or they mean, of course, the Lord's gold and the Lord's silver. Just do what you're told. Kill. But you know what? There is a reward that their Lord is going to give them. Check this one out. Okay, if you have your Bible, go to Numbers 31, and we're going to start in verse 7. And it says, and they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew the males. Okay, but Israel took mercy in verse 9 on the women and their children. They started to have a bit of a heart like this is wrong. In verse 14 it says Moses was wroth with them. And he said, kill them, kill the men and the women and the children now in front of me. But as a reward, you will see in verse 17 here, it says to kill the women and the little ones, the children, but you can keep any virgin for yourself. That's your reward for the killing of men, women, and children, and babies and mothers. You think it's ugly right now on our borders where they're taking kids away from their parents? Here on the Mexico border, it's ugly, it's sin, it's wrong. But imagine killing them with a sword and calling that God. This is your book. This is your God, Jehovah. And my friends, I guarantee you, and nothing has changed. Look at the Inquisition of the church. They took the scientists, the mathematicians, and they would actually peel the skin off their bodies and burn them alive to say, do not question our book or our priest. And I'm here to say, we question you. We are coming against you as light and in power, and we are moving you out. Your time has come. We've had enough. Look at American history, coming in and killing men, women, and children again. And it's supposed to be a Christian nation coming with godly perspectives. What did they do? They slaughtered the Indians, even when they had peace treaties. There are articles of generals saying the only way to stop the Indian is to take out their food source. They killed 1.5 million buffalo so they could starve them to death, make them come into their camps. Nothing has changed. Go out right now and try to build a house in the wilderness. Try to plant a garden. They will run you off. They control your food. They control your mind. You must send your kid to their schools. You will be under their control or you will die. It is that simple. And it's time we start standing up and saying no more. So what can we do? We're so small. We come together in millions and we change this world back. We have power when we have an idea and that idea is right and it's good and it's truth. We say no more of these Jehovah's, no more Allahs, no more lies, no more governments of man. We want the all good God, Ahura Mazda, the eternal one, the good spirit that is love, peace, joy, and kindness. He doesn't hate, war, kill, and destroy. That's the God we serve. That's the political system we will have. We don't want your Democrat or your Republican. My friends, today you can make a choice. Stop spraying poisons around your house. Stop killing and eating animals. You hit them in their bank book, you run them out. Don't let them control the money. Stop watching their crap on TV. Don't listen to their music. Don't buy if it says poison on it, if it has killing, if it's polluting the earth, don't have anything to do with it. We can take it back, but we got to make a stand all around the world. My God, I got people that follow me and say they love me. They're my best friend. They haven't even subscribed to the channel. Not once do they share these videos. It takes all of us, and multiplication takes place. My God, we got 1,000 subscribers. They each tell one that's 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 10, 20, 30, 100,000, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 8 million. We can do this, but I need you. My God, someone get excited. Someone get riled up and say, I'm going to share this message today. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to bring in Asha, heaven on earth, the highest principle of God. We're going to run out their books. We're going to run out their priests. We're going to run out their government. And we're not coming to vote about it, to beg about it, to discuss it. We're coming as light and power, and we're going to run them out. In the name of the Christ, I believe it will be so. Will you join me? Share this video with as many as you can today. I love you. I love you. I love you.